Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Maria, and this is a new biopic from director Pablo Larraín. This film was written by Stephen Knight, who is the creator of Peaky Blinders, and wrote Locke, and Eastern Promises, and plenty of other films. Larraín is a filmmaker that has a great track record of making some very visually engrossing and beautiful films, whether it's something like, Spencer or something like Jackie. And this particular film, Maria, is about Maria Callas, the world's greatest opera singer, and her last days of life. And this film is the kind of film that, it's very much about this person. And you have the context of all the other people in her life. And really, you have Larraín, who crafts a beautiful and engaging cinematic experience. Just the way that the camera is framed, how everything is blocked, the symmetry, it is gorgeous. And you have somebody like Edward Lockman, who is the cinematographer, who works really well with Larraín in terms of crafting something engaging and engrossing. There's moments that shift into black and white. It has this very classic period kind of feel to it. There's a richness to the visuals, and that goes a long way in helping create an engaging experience. The film really leans on to the operatic music that Callas brought to life in her performances. There's no real score, it's focusing on those musical elements. And there's moments where we do cut to seeing Callas performing, or you have Callas singing in a situation and really connecting to the themes of where she is in her life. This film is really anchored by a strong performance by Angelina Jolie, who delivers a performance that is full of vulnerability. There's fight in there. She's not afraid to come at somebody. There's a humanity about it, and the connection she has with some of the, the quote-unquote, lesser people in her life, in terms of those who are there that help her, not the big famous names that filled out her life, but, her maid or her driver, and those people in her life. You see those little moments, and you have Pier Francesco Faviano and Alba Rohrwacher, who give strong supporting performances in those specific roles. There's definitely narrative beats that feel, familiar, and this isn't exactly going to be the story that knocks your socks off. You do have Cody Smith-McPhee as Mandrix, this reporter who's in her life trying to, and used as this storytelling mechanism to try to reflect upon her career and her life and stuff like that. I could see where the screenplay is trying to leverage that, but it does feel a little tacked on and very cliche at this point. It's famous person has reporter here to try to explain their life, and that's how we're going to tell their biopic. I do want to shout out Haluk Bilginer, who plays Aristotle Onassis, who's a very big figure in Callas's life, who obviously would go on to marry Jackie Kennedy, and their dynamic and throughout the film. Casper Philipson plays JFK, who pops up in the film as well. This film is not the most dynamic or engaging of biopics. It does explore a very specific point in Callas's life in terms of processing her identity, her legacy, and what this all meant in the end for her life. And I think that's done well. I think this film is gorgeous. I think they leverage the music well. It's artful and interesting, and you have Angelina Jolie giving a very strong performance anchoring it all down. So at the end of the day, I think this is a really fine biopic. Definitely not like the heights of Spencer. Maybe more like Jackie, which was a film that I thought was a really fine film. But I think Lorraine is a very talented filmmaker, and he seems to be really leaning into these like slice of life moments in powerful women's lives. And it's a very interesting niche for him to be exploring. Maybe kind of breaking out of that mold a little bit might be helpful. I was a big fan of Emma, his one film that came out, but this is still a very effective and engrossing film, and it's right there on Netflix. But those are my thoughts on Maria. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.